Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Omisere, and today I'm going to be answering some questions that I put up on my story. I initially wanted to film this video with friends, which I'm still going to do, but I'm just going to share my ones and twos and also have some interesting people on here give their own takes. So I'm going to be answering the questions. I have them on my phone. Let's just get right into this video, shall we? I'm not a relationship expert. Disclaimer, I'm not going to answer all the questions I got because I want to save some for that other video. I'm just going to be actually like 4 questions and I'm just picking at random. Okay, so the very first one that I'm going to answer, what are my deal breakers, right? To be honest, there are a lot, but I'm just going to start. Okay, first thing is lack of trust. If I don't trust you, I don't see any reason why I should be in a relationship with you, because I feel like trust is like what is holding both of us together. If I don't trust you, I can see you as a thief, I can see you as something else, and that can actually make me lose interest, to be honest. So I feel like that's like the very first of it, right? Trust. I don't trust you, you don't trust me, then what are we doing in this relationship? Secondly is honesty. If you're not being honest, if we're not being honest with each other, and I don't see any point in this relationship, because I personally tell people, and I also date, right, to marriage, rather for marriage, right? So I don't beat around the bush. So what I'm trying to say is that if we're not being honest with each other, like, is it when we're 50 we'll not be honest with each other? Like, do you get, like, we have to be honest, like, okay babe, what you did this thing, like, be so open and be so honest to tell me things that I've done that are not right, rather than keeping quiet and, you know, stuff like that. Thirdly is communication. I personally am suffering from this thing, right? Because I'm not really a communicator. Like, I don't know how to even communicate. But of recent, right, I started expressing it, right? I started like talking to people and then sharing how I really do feel. So if we are not able to communicate a relationship, then I don't see how we should be in a relationship together. The last one is commitment. If we are not committed to each other, we're basically just wasting our time. We're wasting our time. So let's not waste our time. Not to waste our time, then what are we doing in this relationship? Please go your way, I go my way. Last but most important, I don't know how I missed it out. I wanted to say it first, but I was like, okay, let me say it last, and now I forgot. The last one is someone who doesn't have the same values as I do, right? I'm a strong and firm believer. I'm a strong and firm Christian, right? And if our values don't align, what are we now doing in the relationship? Like, bro, we're just wasting our time, right? Bro, just go your way, I will go my way. It's simple, right? So those 5 things are very key to me. So if you do not have, like, rather, if the person I'm speaking to or whatever does not, like, if we are not on the same page in those terms, right, then there's no point of being in a relationship with that person. I feel like there are more, but yeah, I'm just, someone else asked, she was like, how can you tell if your current relationship will lead to marriage? So whilst I was editing, I just realized I forgot to say this. Please, you enter a relationship having it in mind that you're going to marry this person. You don't enter a relationship for pure vibes. This is the very first thing you need to understand and you need to know before entering a relationship. Thank you. Talk about it. There's no way you can tell these things. Left to me, there's no way you can just sit down and say, well, yeah, it's like this guy is gonna marry me at the end of the day. No, now you have to talk about it. Like, bring it up. Babe, what are we really doing? Like, before we even start dating this person, right, I feel like it's something that you should talk about. Both of you should talk about, right? What are we doing, right? And if we're dating, if we're in a relationship, we're, you know, together, is this going to lead to marriage? Do you see me as someone that you can marry? Some people say, oh, before you start dating, right, in between, then ask these questions, because I feel like it only takes 1 month of talking stage. That is actually enough, right? What are you talking about? If you use 1 month to talk to somebody, I feel like it's more than enough for you to know that, okay, this is someone I would like to date. Okay, then you're in the dating phase, right? You will get to see this person better. Some people can mask, let me not lie, some people can mask how they are, but you get to see this person better, right? And you then know if it's somebody that you truly want to spend your life with. If it's somebody that if you know you're not going to spend your life with this person, please don't waste your time, and please don't waste their time. Move on, end that relationship, rather than dragging it. And at the end of the day, or let me just manage because what? Because of time. No, don't do that to yourself, right? don't do that to yourself, please. I'm actually begging. Like, don't manage a partner, don't manage a person that you want to be with, and God is more than able to give you the person that you truly want. I'm not saying that you should now go and write 50 points that God, if I don't say anyone like this, where you create the person by yourself. But like, people come with imperfections, and you get to grow, and then, you know, see which ones you can live with. I don't think there's a way you can tell that this person will marry you. How easy is it to maintain sexual purity in a relationship? Another person asked. I don't think it's easy, because we are human beings, right? We are human beings, and there are things that we want, our body is yearning for, is longing for, wants to, you know, do. But when you have convictions, like I always say, you have values, and both of you are on the same page, it becomes easier, because, you know, both of you know what you want, and you know what you cannot do. So you do not now put yourselves in compromising situations that will make you then want to, you know, break the things that you set for yourselves, right? Because you people have standards, and you know that at the end of the day you're still going to marry, so what's the point of rushing? Like, let's just wait till like the wedding night and stuff like that. So it's very possible, but at the same time, I won't say that it's easy. If you put yourself in compromised situations, it's easy for you to fall, right? But if you set boundaries, you set, you know, so many things, and you guys have the same values and convictions, it becomes easier for both of you. So it's not easy. Your flesh would want what it wants, but it's your spirit man that will control your flesh. Word for you, says. Okay, someone now asked, what's not a question but something on gaslighting and insecurities? Wow, now this is something that we need to, like, this is a very serious topic, and I don't even want to talk about this alone, but let me just share like what I think about gaslighting and insecurities. If you are with someone that constantly gaslights you, that constantly makes you feel like you are the problem, I don't think we should pray that this person should change. I don't know, because it's something like, it's people that don't find faults in themselves but find faults in other people, and to them they're always right, they're always accurate, they're always doing the right thing, but they don't see anything wrong in what they do. Where auntie, you should run, because, or uncle should run, right? If somebody cannot own up to their own mess, own up to their own rubbish and constantly blames you, and, you know, uses your insecurities against you, that person is not after your best interests. You might think the person loves you, and that's not even love if it's toxic, okay? Because love is patient and love is kind, according to the Bible. But like, when people say they love you and it's not more love, that's not love. No, that's not love, right? They just want somebody to fill a certain void. They've not realized that the voidness, right, is not the person that they are with, is actually Christ to fill up that gap. But at the meantime, because they don't know these things yet, they are using these people as like, oh, I love you, and they constantly tell you that they love you, and you feel like, oh, he's just himself. Like, I'll pray for him, he will change. It's not everybody, and it's not everything that you have to pray for to change. Somebody is beating you and you're telling me that you want to pray for the man to change. Please, I'm begging you. There's certain things that you need to, like, if this person is constantly gaslighting you and using your insecurities against you, that person doesn't love you. Like, I hate to break it to you, but that is not true love. Like, that is not love. Love is patient and love is kind. If person is gaslighting, no, I feel like it's a red flag for me, right? If you're using like the things I am very insecure about against me, and you're constantly gaslighting me, I'm so sorry. That's I don't think there's a point to that relationship. I really don't think so. I'm not a relationship expert, excuse me, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm just here sharing things that I know. Like I said earlier, let me answer this question. How do you build God's standard in a relationship? First of all, you have to be with someone who has mutual understanding, as you do, so you guys are on the same page, you're on the same level of understanding. And sometimes you might be people that are not up to you, right, but you see potentials in what they're doing, right? They are trying effortlessly to become better, not for you but for themselves, right? That's a good green flag. So how do you now build God's standard in a relationship? Like, the very first point, you guys have to be on the same page. You guys have to have the same, like, be mutual, have the same understanding, be going to a Bible believing church where you hear the word of God, both of you hear the word of God, and it's not just one person hearing the word of God. You guys have to have like the same convictions, the same understanding, right? So you're not just floating and you guys don't just know what you're doing. I also believe that both of you have to be committed, right? You guys have to be so committed to each other, knowing how to serve each other and how to help each other in both ways, right? So you guys have to learn how to serve each other and how to make each other feel loved, right? You have to love the way Christ loved the church. That's something that you have to emulate in your relationship. Another thing is, don't put yourselves in compromising situations where you know that if both of you are together, something can happen, right? Don't stay together, guys. If you need to excuse, like if there has to be like a time where you guys don't see each other, probably even if you guys live so close, but like 8 p.m 9 p.m you cannot stay together, please set such boundaries. That brings me to my next point: set boundaries, right? By not putting yourselves in compromising situations. So understand each other's weakness, right? And learn how to help the person, right, in that weakness. I hope that makes sense, right? So these are just like 3 points on how to build a godly relationship with someone. Like I said, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm just here sharing the little things I know. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to add as well, please leave that in the comment section. We can discuss there more, and there'll be a part 2, but this part I'm going to be doing with people, and I cannot wait to hear all what they have to say. Yeah, like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.